Zion scored 22 points in a little over 18 minutes of action. Now, he started out slow. I wouldn't have started him. And then they ran an alley-oop on the first play for him. I would have eased him in a little bit more. I hope that he's able to do this and get into the shape that he's comfortable with, where we don't have that wear and tear on that knee. And I am right there at the head of the class when it comes to knees, because I've had 6 surgeries and a replacement. So I know exactly what it is. And, of course, I was a high-flying dunker as, all right, maybe a dunking. All right, I dunked a couple times. Big deal. Trevor Moawad, mental conditioning expert. You had Russell Wilson, who's a client, of course, friend of the show. He throws the interception in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
How do you unpack that?
Now, what I did was I put together every fourth quarter comeback that he had been a part of since high school. So I had over 35 fourth quarter comebacks, and every morning in the offseason, we watched the fourth quarter comeback. So it reminded him of who he was and what he was all about. Had a great offseason, and ultimately he threw 35 touchdowns, 7 picks, and had the best season of his career following that year.
Oh. Well, that's like...
That's awkward. You caught me with a knife.
That's like, this is like the Bartman seat for you. Oh, that's terrible.
Here's another thing. Can Fred Van Vliet change his name to Fred Van Fleet, please? I think he'd be a star. Because it's difficult on us broadcasters. Fred Van Vliet. Fred Van Fleet. See, it's so much quicker. You know who I really like? That Fred Van Fleet. You know I really like that Fred Van Vliet. Oh, what's his name? Fred Van Vliet.
I've seen Fritzy once tipsy. It was in Dallas, and we asked a beautiful woman to bring Todd a shot and a beer, and of course, Todd said yes.
I had a little buzz going. I don't even remember what I said or what I did. I don't know if it was hanging from a chandelier or anything, but...
There's a correlation between how pretty the woman or women are who are at our table. There is a correlation.
That is very
Because if they say, hey, Todd, how about body shots? You're like, I don't know what they are, but I'll do them. Although, the only person who's done a body shot off of you is... See, no...
God bless him. That's a lot of courage right there.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of the things that you would do at the NFL Combine day 3 if you were getting ready for the draft. If you were one of 300 people invited. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Okay, and when I say go, I'm going to give you a starting number. That number might be 77. You got to find 77. You got to put an X through 77. And you got to find as many numbers in consecutive descending order. We're going to start with the number 99 and go.
Are you sure there's a 97 on here?
Yes. 5 seconds remaining. So you're going to do everything you can. I'm going to help you to distract Dan from finding the number. Okay? So that means you can yell, you can get in his face, you can do whatever you can.
Uh-oh.
And this is all connected to the power of concentration.
So Hartman isn't really Ivy League.
Yeah.
Tune in to the Dan Patrick Show weekday mornings on Audience or the DP Show app.